Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Welcome you all to the next session of Sangeetharatnakara, an overview offered by Arsha Seva Kendram. As you all know, Sangeetharatnakara, the musical treatise, was composed in the 13th century by Sharngadeva, who integrated Gita, Vadya, and Nritta and brought out this magnum opus on Indian music. As you all know, there are 7 chapters in Sangeetharatnakara. Till now, we have covered the first 3 chapters as an overview. That is Swaragatadhyaya, Raga Vivekadhyaya, and Prakirnakadhyaya. And in today's session, we are going to take up the 4th chapter, that is Prabandhadhyaya. Sharngadeva commences this adhyaya with Gita Lakshana and the classification of Gita. So he says, Ranjakaha Swarasandarbhaha Geetam ityabhidhiyate Gandharvam Ganam ityasya Bhedadvayam Udiritam. So the delightful arrangement of notes is called Gita, and there is a division, Gandharvam Ganam. So Gita is divided into Gandharva and Gaana. And next he talks about the Gandharva Lakshana. Anadi Sampradayam Yat Gandharvaihi Samprayujyate Niyatam Shreyasaha Hetuhu Tad Gandharvam Jagur Budhaha. So the ancient tradition practiced by the Gandharvas in accordance with definite rules, which is the means of attaining the supreme good, is declared by the wise to be Gandharva Gaana. And Anadi, here the 2 words are very prominent, Anadi and Sampradaya. Anadi is immemorable antiquity of tradition, and then Sampradaya is the line of teachers, teacher-disciple transmission of knowledge. And our entire knowledge system is based on this Guru Shishya Parampara. And in all the fields, we keep seeing this Guru Shishya Parampara in Vedas, in Shastras, and then in Sangeeta music also. In both in Hindustani and Carnatic music, we have this tradition of Guru Shishya Parampara, passing of knowledge from the Guru to the Shishya. And then he talks about the Gaana Lakshana. यत्तु वाग्गेयकारेण रचितं लक्षणान्वितं देशी रागादिषु प्रोक्तं तद्गानं जनरञ्जनं तत्र गान्धर्वम् उक्तं प्राक् अधुना गानमुच्यते. However, that form of music which is composed by a Vaggeyakara or a master composer in accordance with the features spoken of about in the Deshi Ragas or Raganga, Bhashanga, etc. And that which is the delight of people is called Gaana. And why he has taken this, he has named this chapter as Prabandha, because Prabandha is one of the 3 technical names for the Nibaddha Gaana, that is structured form of music. Gita is classified into Gandharva and Gaana. Gandharva represents a prehistorical tradition derived from divine sources. Gaana indicates a historical development based on the pattern of popular and regional taste. And interesting point to be noted here is Bharata Muni used the term Gandharva to denote Sangeeta Shastra, the science of music. And Kallinatha considers Gandharva as Marga and Gaana as Deshi. Here we have to understand that by the time of Kallinatha himself, Gandharva tradition was considered to be out of date. So it was almost lost by the time of Kallinatha himself. Next, our Sharangadeva classifies Gaana. Nibaddham, anibaddham, tadvedha nigaditam budhaihi, baddham dhatubhihi angaischa, nibaddham abhidhiyate. So here what he does is this Gaana is divided into Nibaddha and Anibaddha. Nibaddha is composed or organized or structured. Anibaddha is the absence of the structuring or design. And that which is composed of dhatus and angas. These dhatus are some sections in the Gaana, and angas are integral parts. What they are, that we are going to understand in a short while. And this Jati, Dhatu, Anga, these are the important factors in the binding of a Gaana that is bound with Tala. Tala acts as a sutra here. So Prabandha, Matanga talks about 48 Deshi Prabandhas, and then Sharangadeva talks about 75 Prabandhas, and in Matanga's understanding of Prabandha, it is Prakrishta Rupena Baddhaha. So Swara Tala Baddha Rachana, we can say. And then he talks about alapti. Alaptihi bandhahinatvat. Being free from such structural limitations is known as anibaddha. So alapti is anibaddha and nibaddha is structured music. And then sacha asmabhihi pura prokta nibaddham tu adhuna uchyate. So he gives Sanya Trayam Nibaddhasya Prabandho Vasturupakam. So this Nibaddha has three names, Prabandha, Vastu, Rupaka. This division also, some people consider this as the same, different names only. As different names only, but some people have given different definitions for each of them. And then Prabandha can be considered as bandish of present-day Hindustani music. All of you must be familiar with Hindustani music, I suppose. And then Rupaka can be drama or the emotive element of Prabandha. And then Vastu is the substratum of Dhatus and Angas. And according to Narayana Deva, who wrote Sangeeta Narayana, a composition that is set in 4 sections and 6 integral parts is called Prabandha. A composition which is set with 3 sections and 5 integral parts is Vastu. A composition that comprises of 2 sections and 2 integral parts is called Rupaka. This is Narayana Deva's definition for Prabandha, Vastu and Rupaka. Anyhow, next we go to the Dhatus. What are these Dhatus? We have been talking about Dhatus since the Prakiranakadhyaya. What are they? Prabandha avayavaha dhatuhu saha chaturdha nirupitaha udgrahaha prathamaha tatra tataha melapakadhruvau abhogaha cheti tesham cha kramat Lakshmahi dadmahi. So here, dhatu is the structural element of prabandha. Is shown to be fourfold. There is udgraha, which is the first part, first section, and then melapaka, which is the second section, and then dhruva is the third section, and abhoga is the fourth section. So when we say, suppose we listen to, we have this, let me explain with the example, like in Hindustani, that Chota Khayal, a quite popular one. Eri ali piya bin, Yeri Ali Piya Bin. So here this Yeri Udgraha. That is the first section. Yeri, the point of lifting, hmm, or the starting point. Graha, all of you know, Udgraha here. Hmm? That point of catching hold of, that is called Udgraha. And then there is Melapaka. Milana, Melayati. Melapaka is the one that joins two parts. So this Udgraha is going to be connected with some other parts. Only if you sing only Eri, so there is no meaning. So next comes the Dhruva, third part. That is fixed or invariable or essential, you can say. In Hindustani, it is called Mukhda. In our Carnatic music also, we have this. If you take Jagadananda Karaka, Jagadananda Karaka. So this Jagada, here, that is the starting point. So that is Udgraha. Hmm? And then Dhruva is in Eri Ali Piya Bina Piya Bina. There is a stability there, isn't it? So that is Dhruva. It is fixed. And then there is Abhoga. So with only with this Ariali Piya Bina, we don't get any meaning with that. So what is it? The song, what is the song talking about? So Sakhi kalana parat mohe ghare pal chin den. सखी कलन परत मोहे घरे पल छिन देन के करी आली पिया बिन. So it's actually some sort of love song. So somebody is missing somebody. So they are saying if, every minute is very difficult to spend without your presence. Like that it goes. So if you sing the entire structure, if you take the entire structure, then only you will understand what is the meaning of that song. Same way, if we take, supposing we take Duduku Gala, the second Pancharatna Kriti, many people, what they do, Dudukugalananne Dora. They stop there. Actually, can anybody sing and show what is the complete line there?
ఎంతో దుడుకుగలనన్ నీదోర కొడుకు క్రోజురా ఆయంతో.
Yes. Huh. So what is the meaning here? Huh. Duduku Gala. So, see, I am behaving in a reckless manner or in an irresponsible way. Uh, so, who is going to shower which prince is going to shower his blessings on me? Hmm? ఎంతో దుడుకోగల. So that complete sentence needs to be sung to get the proper meaning, isn't it? If I stop at nanne, so it doesn't give meaning. Dudukogalan. So okay, I am doing some. I am behaving without some responsibility. You say. Hmm? And that's all. But that doesn't convey the proper meaning of the song, isn't it? So every time it is very important that you complete the sentence to get the meaning. So that is abhoga. Okay. So here we have learnt about Udgraha, that is the starting point, and then Melapaka. Yes, Hemati Bhagini.
That Kirtanam is there, no? Bantu Riti Kolo. In that,
Mm.
Anupallavi, Tunta Vintivane Modalaina Mada. People stop there. But
Yes, yes.
Madadula, it has to be
Ah,
sang, no? So,
yes,
of
yes,
course, what
definitely.
happened, the musicality gets a little this thing, but we have to get used, we have to sing it in such a way that
Yes,
both are maintained.
yes,
Because
yes. It is very
so
important.
every time
Yes.
I find it difficult,
Uh,
Modalaina, like that I have to stop. I know we are
yes.
so tempted to stop Modalaina Mada, then again Tunta Vinti. But
Yes.
Mada Dula should come.
Uh,
So that
Madadula
song,
Kotti. So,
like that,
yes.
I cannot just stop at Mada and go back
Yes,
to
yes.
Tunta Vinti Vani.
Yes,
That
yes,
is, I mean,
definitely.
one thing I came to my mind just now.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Thank
So,
you.
yes, excellent actually. See, that is what. So, here he is so beautifully he has given how a musical composition should be sung, isn't it? Udgraha and then Melapaka, Abhoga, and before that, Dhruva. And Dhruva is, Abhoga is the concluding section. That should be properly utilized while singing a song. And then there is another dhatu that arises in between Dhruva and Abhoga that is called Antara and is observed in Rupakas. And these melodic structures or melodic compositions are seen in Salaga Suda Prabandhas, not everywhere. And next he talks about Sharangadeva says, Vata Pitta Kapha Deha Dharanad Dhatavaha Yatha. So in Ayurveda, we have this theory, no? Kapha, Vata, and Pitta are called Dhatus. Hmm? And they maintaining the semblance of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha helps a person in being healthy, isn't it? So in Prabandhas also, Sharngadeva says Udgraha and others like Melapaka, Dhruva, and then Abhoga, they are called dhatus as they support the structure of the Prabandha. So these are the basic elements that are very much essential for a beautiful Prabandha. However, Prabandha is divided into four parts. Sometimes Mela, Paka, and Abhoga may not occur in certain cases. And in present day Hindustani music, khayals have two parts called Sthayi and Antara. And then Drupads have four parts. I think Dagar brothers are very famous for Drupad singing. I have enjoyed there when we were in Ahmedabad. We used to go to Saptak Music Festival regularly. We used to enjoy these concerts very much. Very beautiful. Hmm? And then Tatra Mela Paka Bhogau na Bhavetam Kvachit Kvachit. Sometimes they may be there, they may not be there. Okay. Then next he talks about Prabandha Angan. Hmm? Uh, classification of Prabandhas. Sa Dvidhatu Tridhatuscha Chaturdhaturiti Tridha. So the Prabandha is threefold. Hmm? That is 2, 3 with that Prabandha can be constituted of 2 or 3 or 4 dhatus. So here uh, Prabandha Angani Shat Tasya Swarascha that we will go to later. So Chaturdhatu, if there is all the 4 are there, like Udgraha, Melapaka, Dhruva, Abhoga, all the 4 of them are there, then it is Chaturdhatu. Hmm? If only Udgraha, Dhruva, and Abhoga are there, then it is Tridhatu. And Dhruva, only Udgraha and Dhruva are there, then it is Dvidhatu. So, if we look at today's modern poetry, many people compose using only Udgraha and Dhruva. Hmm? So, any lyric that can be set to music can be divided into these sections. Hmm? Okay, next he talks about the Prabandha Angani. Uh, Angani Shat Tasya Swarascha Birudam. Okay, now what he says is we have seen the Dhatu sections. Now we are going to the integral parts of Prabandha or the Angas, like how the human body has so many organs. Same way, Prabandha has 6 Angas, most important Swara, Biruda, Pada, Tena, Pata, Tala. Hmm? They are the integral parts of the configuration of Prabandha. Of these 6 Angas, Tena and Pada, reflecting auspiciousness and meaning respectively. They are its eyes actually. He says, Tena pade netre. Tena and pada are netra, eyes. And then pata biruda are the 2 hands. And then because they are produced by the hand, the cause being figuratively taken for the effect. And then Tala and Swara are considered to be the 2 feet as they are the cause of movement in Prabandha. So beautiful, no? So, Tena and Pada are its eyes, Pata and Biruda are its hands, and then Tala and Swara are its feet. Okay. Next, Prabandha gati hetutvat patau talaswarau mato. Okay. Next he says swaraha shadjadayaha tesham vachakaha sarigadayaha. So the notes of Shadja, Rishabha, Gandhara, Madhyama, these are sung as sa, re, ga, ma, along with their tonal manifestation or articulation. They are known by the word swara. This we all know. We have dealt with Swaragatadhyaya, where we discussed swara, shruti, all those things in detail. And then the second anga is Biruda. So this is the name given to the qualities or excellences, like Jambupate. So whom are you talking about here in Jambupate? We are talking about Shankara, isn't it? Hmm? And then Ganamurte. Ganamurte Shri Krishna Venu Ganamurti. So these are the qualities, isn't it? Jalandhara Supithaste Japa Kusuma Bhasure. So these are the beautiful qualities of some divinity about whom we are singing. And then ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ ಶಿವಶಂಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ರಮಣನೆ ನಿನಗೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ. So these are the biruda words in a prabandha. And then the third one is whatever is other than that in the text is pada. So third one is pada. So the swara is over, and then biruda is over. Then whatever remaining words are there, they are called pada. And next is tena. What is tena? Tena is indicative by itself of an auspicious object. Object of consciousness for the word tat refers to Brahman. We all know tat, the supreme being, as evidenced by such Shruti passages, Om Tat Sat. And then we have Tat Tvam Asi. So the word Tena is used in this shloka 2-3 times actually, in different senses. Therefore, this Prabandha being characterized by Tena, that Brahman, which is the very essence of the auspiciousness, it is significantly called as Tena, Mangalartha Shabdaha. So beautiful. And then we have this pata. What is pata? Pata is the group of sound syllables arising out of some musical instruments. And then we have tala, and this tala will be discussed in detail in the chapter on Taladhyaya. Talaha, tala prakarane saprapancho nirupyate. So it is discussed in detail in Tala Adhyaya. Then, if the various prabandhas are classified on the basis of the number of dhatus consisting of them, it is natural to accept that such a classification be illustrated by the enumeration of different prabandhas under the 3 classes. Okay. And then next he talks about types of prabandhas. Actually, they are we can treat them as jatis, prabandha jatis. Medini, Anandini, Deepani, Bhavani, Taravali. These are the Panchasyuhu Prabandhanam tu Jatayaha. So there are 5 jatis of the Prabandhas, 5 families or 5 classes, you can say. Medini, Anandini, Deepani, Bhavani, Taravali. And here, important thing is Angaihi Shadadibihi Varyante Keshanchanamate Shruti. So some people, what they say is, okay, Medini has 6 angas. First, let us understand this. This Medini has 6 angas: Swara, Biruda, Pada, Tenaka, Pata, and Tala. Anandini has 5 angas: Swara, Pada, Tenaka, Pata, Tala. Deepani has 4 angas: Swara, Pada, Tena, Tala. Bhavani has 3 angas: Swara, Pada, Tala. Taravali has 2 angas: Swara and Pada. And we have to understand that Swara and Pada are constant in all of them. All the 5 types of Prabandhas. And then some people say these same jatis, Medini, Anandini, Deepani, Bhavani, Taravali, they are known as Shruti, Niti, Sena, Kavita, and Champu. So if we refer to Simha Bhupala or Parshvadeva, they say Shruti refers to Medini. It signifies, according to Simha Bhupala, Shruti signifies the 6 angas of the Veda: Shiksha, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandas, Jyotisham, and Kalpa. And then Niti, which is Anandini, is based on 5 factors: the initiative, manpower, material resources, appropriation of time and space, and then prevention of calamity and fulfillment of the objective. And then Sena has 4 wings. Sena can be considered as Deepani. It has 4 wings: elephants, horses, chariots, and infantry. So we have in armies, armed forces, we have these, of course, not in today's parlance. Sena had all these elephants, horses, chariots, etc. Even during Mahabharata's war, and I think even during independence struggle also, we had this. Later on, initial stages, we had these 4 wings. And then Kavita can be Bhavani. It has 3 elements: talent of expression, proficiency in practice, and then Champu Champu can be considered as Taravali. It has 2 elements, mixed form of writing, prose and poetry. Okay, so next he talks about Prabandha Bheda, classification of Prabandha. Till now we have seen the Jatis. Now classification, and it's a different classification. Aniryuktascha, Niryuktaha, Prabandha, Dvividha, Mataha. Here, what he talks about is Chandaha, तालाद्यनिमाद्याद्यः स्यात् निगमात् परः पुनः प्रबन्धाः त्रिविधाः सोडस्था आलिसंश्रयाः and then viprakiranascha. So this prabandha is considered to be twofold: aniryukta, unspecified, and then niryukta, specified. So there is no particular tala or chanda in aniryukta, but niryukta has regulated terms. Again, the prabandhas are threefold, like Suda, Ali, Ali Samshraya, and Viprakirna. The specification, the distinction of specified and unspecified tala, meter, etc., that will be discussed. And then the other one on the technical considerations, which are presently to be described. Actually, here he is going to describe the Trividha Prabandha Bhedanam Uddeshaha. So he talks about, first he takes the Suda Prabandha. Tatra Adau Suda Lakshanam Ujyate. So there are 8 varieties of Suda Prabandha: Yela, Karana, Dhenki, Vartani, Jhombada, Lambha, Rasaka, and Ekatali. So these are the 8 varieties of Soda Prabandha. And then Ali Samshrita Prabandha Uddeshaha. This Ali Samshrita Prabandha, Ali Krama, this series has 32 varieties actually. Suda Prabandha has 8 varieties. Ali Prabandha has 32 varieties. They are Varna, Varnaswara, Gadya, Kaivada, Ankacharani, Kanda, Turagalila, Gajalila, Dvipadi, etc., etc. Everything is given. Gajalila, and Chakravala, Kraunchapada, Swarartha, Dhvani Kuttani, Aryagatha, all these things. And then next is this Viprakirana. Viprakirana. Tataha अन्ये विप्रकीर्णाः तान् प्रसिद्धान् कतिचित् ब्रुवे. So the Viprakirna Prabandha has 36 varieties. So Suda Prabandha has 8 varieties, Ali Prabandha has 32 varieties, and then this Viprakirna has 36 varieties. So according to Kalinatha, Suda as a regional term denoting a group of compositions that have been enumerated in the text. And Marga Soda implies what is called Shuddha Soda, which becomes significant in contrast with Salaga Soda. And Ali literally means a line, a row, or a streak, you can say. And compounded with the word krama, the name Ali Krama seems to imply a series of prabandhas that that are sung in a row. Similarly, the prabandhas enumerated as Suda Prabandhas constitute a series of Suda Krama. Thus, we have in fact two series of prabandhas that were probably sung in a row, and the 24 prabandhas enumerated in the text constitute the series of Ali Prabandhas. So, in all, the total number of Ali Prabandhas counted in association with the Sudas is 32. That is how he arrives at. And then the Viprakirnas are isolated or scattered Prabandhas. They seem to be complete and independent compositions sung by themselves without any necessary supplementation. They don't need any outside help actually. So the 36 Viprakirna Prabandhas are Sri Ranga, Sri Vilasa, and then Panchanana, Uma Tilaka, Tripadi, Chatushpadi, Shatpadi, Vastu, Vijaya, Tripatha, Chaturmukha, Simhalila, Hamsalila, Dandaka, and others. So, with this, we come to the end of the first Prathama Prakarana in the Prabandhadhyaya. And in Dvitiya Prakarana of the Prabandhadhyaya, he talks about Suda Prabandhas, the varieties of Suda Prabandhas, and those things I would like to take up in the next session because it is a bit heavy. I want to spread it over at least a couple of sessions so that we understand better. Any questions?
Mahodaya, that first part when you spoke about the what was that? That is something like our Kalpita Sangeeta and Kalpana Sangeeta.
Nibadha.
There,
Yes.
those parts and especially the sing, how do you relate it to our Carnatic music, Kalpita Sangeeta? I mean, like our that parts. I mean, if you can show that slide, I will.
Which one? Udgraha Melapaka, that one you are talking about?
The first couple of slides, I think, where. I think probably your first or second slide.
This was the one, no? Dhatus.
No. The one before that.
This here, is the starting one, no?
That starting one. That's what I'm saying. Because here, more in relation to the Hindustani music, it talks about. So how do you, these structures, how do you, like our Pallavi, Anupallavi, Charanam, that relationship, any such you can show? I'm trying to find out. I'm not able to put my question in a proper manner, I think. So that Nibadha is there, structured, because I think I'm not able to see.
Most of in Carnatic music, we have all the composition, whatever compositions we have, they are all Nibadha, no?
Nibadhas, no. The various part, like, you showed in that, you Bandish, you showed. Of course, you also sang that some Jagadananda Karakan showed, I think.
Okay. So you take any song, no? Any kriti you take.
So like
that,
Pallavi, Charanam, or any such equivalent is there, or because that Bandish has got maximum only 1.5 lines, or not much. No, their compositions, they don't have much. Because, but we have a lot, especially some of them. The Charanams are so studded with words. Some this thing. So, how do you equate which part is what, like that? I mean, I'm not able to
see. This is only for Pallavi. I showed how, like, Duduku Gala, if we take, isn't it? And you only sang, no, that which one? Banduriti Kodu.
So would each one of them be called as not Sandhi, whatever you say, Dhatu? Would like a Pallavi will be one Dhatu, and Anupallavi will be another Dhatu, like that? Okay.
Yes, not one Dhatu. 3 to 4 Dhatus are there, no, in each of them. Like
I mean, so I'm saying, so groups of, okay. So, because each one has one idea, one concept.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what they say, no? Ekadhatu Prabandham is in Paripalaya, the Tyagaraja. Paripalaya Tanuveni. All the Charanams also follow the same tune. So this they say that this song is an example of Ekadhatu Prabandha. One Dhatu and Matu we have, no? Dhatu's tune, the Sura part, and Matu relates to lyrics. So the Dhatu is the same for all the sections. There's only one tune that comes for all the sections. So there is no segregation, as of course we have it as Pallavi and repeat it, but it's also the same. The same tune continues. So it could be related to that Ekadhatu Prabandham. Vidhatu Prabandham is like Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Pankaja Vadanama. Pallavi has one tune and the Charanam, lot of Charanams are there and they have a different tune. All the Charanams follow the same pattern, but it's a different
like Samashti Charanam.
Okay. Samashti Charanam. But you have in Samashti Charanam, Madhyama Kalam is there.
Madhyama Kalam.
Yes. No, not Samashti Charanam. In some of the that Madhyama Tivan Tyagaraja Kriti is there.
Most of the Kirtanas are like that only. No, Pallavi is in one tune and the Charanams. You don't have the Anupallavi section.
Anupallavi.
So that could be related to the Dvidhatu. 2 Dhatus are there. So Tridhatu is what we sing, the Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charana parts. And Chaturdhatu, maybe you can relate it to some Dikshar Kritis where you have the Madhyama Kalam. Or maybe
but he doesn't talk about Dhatu in that idea. Actually, if we take only Pallavi itself, that itself is giving us the meaning, no? In most of the Kritis, Pallavi itself is independent actually. If you take Anupallavi, that is also independent. Or sometimes we have to sing the Pallavi to get the complete meaning.
Okay.
Like that you have to understand.
Okay. Okay.
So like Dikshita somehow, Pallavi and that just Anupallavi with that Madhyama Kala Sahitya, like that Matva Tadeka Charanam. What is that song?
Manasa Guruguha. Manasa Guruguha.
Manasa Guruguha. There and many Dikshitas Kritis are like that. No, Pallavi you have an Anupallavi and immediately that thing come. You don't have a separate Charanam like thing.
Yes.
So that will be considered as the Dvidhatu.
But I'm confused right now because I thought that Dhatu was talking about the concept or the idea which will be transmitted by the lyrics. But the Radha Bhagi says it is the melody. So
Yeah. Normally, that is how we were also taught. No, Dhatu and Matu. Dhatu is the tune and Matu is the Sahityam.
No. That is what you Radha Bhagini said. But the way I understood the concept of Dhatu, when she was singing, you have to sing the whole line. I thought that was the idea is what was referred to in that book as the in the Grantha as the Dhatu.
See,
So I misunderstood that.
No. Actually, it might have changed. So the concepts, so many times it happens, no? So many meanings, complete, so many words are having some meaning in the older vocabulary. And in today's parlance, it has a different meaning, isn't it? So that way it might have changed. But what he says here is dhatus are sections, these sections, and when we sing, this is the way it should be. That's what he says. Okay. So we will take up the sections, different varieties of Ela Prabandha, Soda Prabandhas in the next session. Next Thursday we will meet. Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Happy Ugadi, Magadi.
Thank you. Wish you all the same.
Thank you.
You all celebrate Ugadi,
Thank you.
is it?
Yeah, not much. Because